Hey guys, welcome again to the channel. Back again with another video. So we got this a 2007 Honda Odyssey. So my friend had started this job. It's his car. Came here yesterday. Wanted to change all his engine mounts. All of them were really blown to nothing. You could hear the engine jumping up and down in the engine bay. So the first one we took off was the whole middle part of the mount was shot. It came right out. You couldn't even get the bolt out of the actual area that the bolt went into. It's crazy. As you can see, that's the mount sitting down right there. So he took it out, but we took it out yesterday. I gave him a hand yesterday, and there's the one at the back over here, and then there's the front one down here. All of them is really shot, and we're gonna change them out today. We also gonna be changing out the timing belt and water pump if it gets here in time. It's been ordered by on Amazon. Supposed to get here by from 10 to 3. Hopefully it gets here before, because I got work later on. I can be able to help him out put this thing together. So quick update on what happened earlier when I wasn't here. You have to move a few stuff to get down there. As you can see, this is the computer right here. This is the fuse box right here. You have to take these two out because it's, you can see, it's covering the mount down there. So there's a couple bolts that you have to put, a couple 10mm bolts. One sitting right there, and one over here at the back here that holds it down, and then it clips right there. It clips in right there. You have to push that clip forward and then just lift it out. And it has a lot of cable where you could move it out the way. You could just easily move it out the way, or you could just leave it hanging, because you need to take this out, right? In order to get to this bolt that's sitting down there, just sitting right there, you have to remove that. So what I mean. Then you have another one by the foot down here, which sits way down there, that covers the actual mount. As you can see, the mount is right there. So you have to move these two. So you have another. So for this one, for the computer, you got this bolt right here. You got a bolt right here that hooks up to this bracket that holds the AC line, and you have this hook that holds this other AC line right here. And then you got like some wire. This little bracket there that has hold this wire here on it right here, that the wire sliding on that bracket there, hold that wire there. So you have to remove those two out the way, get to the bracket and the mount. This is the bracket here. His bracket was damaged in the process. Seems like when the mount failed, it was resting on the bolt area, and if you can see, the bolt has been, it's reamed out. I had to put it in a vise yesterday to get my impact tool to get it out. It was a bastard to get out, so I went to the junkyard and get that one. So I got the bolt as well for it in here. Yeah, even the bolt was damaged in the process, so I got this bolt with the with this used one. So one of these bolts from Honda is like $90, and they haven't got it in stock, so we have to go to the junkyard. And there's a possibility you have to move the steering pump or reservoir. I didn't think he had to move this one, but he moved this before, so I don't think this was in the way any at all. So to get it out, after moving these after moving the computer here out of the way, you can just easily stretch it and put it over here. You got a good way down there to get the bolts. As you can see, the bolt hole is right down there. Yeah, let's focus. Yeah, the bolt hole is right down there on both sides. See that? Both sides. So realistically, the bracket has to come out first for you to access those two bolts by the side of the engine mount. This one at the back here is okay. You can get to that easily, but you have to get this bracket out, and this bracket is being held by two bolts on the frame here of the car, and another bracket area that's on the engine side here. As you can see, there's two, and those are 14, 214, and everything else are 17. This bolt, these the two bolts that sits on the side of the mount, and this one at the top here, those are all 17, and then you got 214, and that is really how you get that one out. And to some degree you have to support the engine. I'm not sure, I think you can get it out, the engine will just, but yeah, you might have to keep the engine. So as at this moment we have the engine on the jack here with a wooden block underneath the engine pan, oil pan, just to support it, to take it out. You might have to, yeah, I think you will have to use this jack to hold it up, so you could, you know, else will be strain on the this bolt that goes through the engine mount. So yeah, jack it up, make sure it's at the same level, or just put the jack under here, under the engine, before you even pull these bolts. Just put the jack under the engine to hold it in place. So that means when you're taking out these bolts, then there won't be any strain on the bolts, and you can just easily get it out. And quick swap if this is the only one you need to change, then you won't have any issues. And that's supposed to be quick and easy. 10, 15, 20 minutes job should be able to get that out, okay, and put it back and replace it, and then you can remove your jack. So yeah, support the engine with a jack, get a wooden block, put underneath the bottom of the oil pan, jack the jack up there to just hold the engine in place. Boom, 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 boom. Take these bolts out and you're good. But we're gonna be replacing the back one as well, which is the one underneath, way up underneath at the back. And then there's a front one that's right down there. You really can see it from here. It's right here underneath that thing. I don't think, yeah, there it is right there. Yeah. So yeah, that's what it is really. So wow, it was long explaining all of that. Anyway, so that is what I'm going to be doing today. I'm gonna help him out. I'm gonna get him in a little while and see if we can crack this workout before 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, depending on when the timing belt and water pump gets in. But for now, I'm gonna put this one in. I'm gonna put this one in right here, and then I might go and get him and then attempt the back one. I need to take the bracket off. You already pulled the bolts for the mount. You have to get the bracket off on that one as well to then take the mount up, because it's bolted down in the subframe. Alright guys, so stay with me for this one. We're gonna see how we can get this thing done. Alright, see you in a minute. Alright, we are back again. We're gonna start doing now. We actually got the belt, so we're gonna start pulling this apart, taking out the covers here, taking out this bracket, another cover around the back there, and the most important thing was that crank pulley bolt. I actually pull easily, so this is going to be an easier task than I thought, because this one was the one that I was thinking that was gonna pull, but it's open, so we're good. So we're gonna pull this apart. Now we're gonna take these timing chain cover off, and move the bracket and all these pulley and stuff here, so we can start working on this timing belt. All right. Alright, so we got the bowl for the pulley open down there. Just the one at the bottom. Just 2 bolts that hold it in, so we're gonna take that pulley away, tensioner pulley. Alright, so we got a bad bolt here. That one right there is a bad bolt. As you can see, it looks really round up. So we got a bad bolt. We got a bolt extractor. We're gonna get it out of here with that one. Alright, so get the bottom cover off. It's a lot of oil all over the place, bro, G.
That's what is just the seal.
Alright, so I think that's how this grinding here. Alright. Alright, so we got it all off. Take this bracket out now. Don't know what the hole is. Okay, there is a bolt on top of it that's holding it. I think there's a cable up here that's holding that. I need to get that out, so I'm gonna have to get a wrench on that one, get that out, because I don't think we need to take that pump off to really do anything, so can't get a wrench on that one. As you can see, we can zoom in and show you that bolt there. Come on. Alright, and the bolt on the right under the bottom there. You can't see it. And this is in the way, I think. Kind of causing it. There's a bolt under there anyway.
So let's pull this off then?
No. I'm gonna get that bolt out. I'm gonna come back. And there's where the where that little bolt was at the top. We got the bracket out. Everything is all clean down there now. You can see everything. So now we're gonna have to set this thing to top dead center, as they would say. You know what I mean? Get this pipe out of the way. I don't know why this is fucking around. Alright, there you go. Alright, so we got all those pulleys. You see those are the ones that we have to change. This and that one. I think them in the box, right? Alright, so got the covers off, everything off. So now we're gonna have to set it up. Set the pointers up the top dead center. So here you have a few lines. That's on the actual. Don't come too far in. This line right here to set to one of these lines down here, which we're gonna find out in a minute. And also on the other side as well, there's always a marker for these things. And that one is the hardest one to see. Yeah, I can see the line if I bend down under here, but you can't see it with the camera. Alright, so let's get that bolt in there. Alright, so we're gonna find where I think is number 1. Alright, turn. Carry on. Come on, carry on. I get someone to turn it so I can see. Gonna double check and make sure it's number 1. Should be at the top there. 1 minute. Let me come back. Okay, I think we got the marker on there. We can see a marker. A marker right on there. Go on. A marker right on there. Take your time. Go on. Go. Go on, man, go on. Look a bit, go on. Look a bit. Just a little ear. Ah, that's it, right there. It's right here, so that looks like that's lined up right there with the line. As you can see, the marker, and that is lined up right there. Alright, we'll see what's going on down here. As you can see, that's lined up with that right there. I think I need to take this off to see the tooth. Yeah, I'm gonna take that off to see the tooth. I think there's a tooth behind it that shows the same marker. Let me take that out to see. Marker right there on the white marker right there. That white marker right there. And lined up with a marker on the engine right there. I can't get the zoom right, but there's a marker right there that is lined up with that line on that marker on the engine block. And it's right there. As long as you got those one, this one over here, that one over there, and this one down here. There you go. Little marker on the tooth right there. Right there, little marker. And then it's lined up with a thing on it right at the top of that straight piece. Let's see. Right with this marker here, I think. That's what's lined, that's what it is right there. See that marker on there I just rubbed off? Let me zoom back out a little bit. Alright, get my tripod up in here and rub it off. I can see. Ah, there we go. Well, you see this marker here, you can see that lines up with this one down here. So that's dead on right there. So alright, so we're good now to remove the belt. And we got this belt, just got this this tension right here. It's got two 10 bolts here. So we're gonna remove those bolts. And we should be okay to get the tension out off that one. Double check up top to see what's going on. So we're still good here. Yep, still good there. Everything is good now. So all we need to do is remove the belt in this manner. Make sure everything is lined up before you move the belt. You don't want to have any issue. Because you can't put the belt on back if these things are not lined up. Alright. So we're gonna get the tensioner off. Where is my I need to use my ratchet. Alright. I think I need to put a pin in here to hold it. Alright, tensioner jumped out. Belt loosen up. Tensioner away.
That is the original one. That is the original one.
Gates. This is not the original one. It's a Gates one. So they already changed this already. Don't know when, but seems like it's a good belt. Seems like it changed recent times. Probably a few 100,000 miles. Probably a few thousand miles. It seems. It looks okay to me, but you never know. You never know. Best change them. And as I was looking at this here, this looks like a new one here. I don't know about this one. That's like a new one there. And that one, it's funny. That one is this one is not spinning. This one is looking like it's seized up or something. Tight under here. Really tight though. Is it supposed to be this tight? Huh? Really tight.
This one is supposed.
What a sec. I'm supposed to just come off because it's loosened up already. I'm going to take it off from top all the way around. Yeah, I think that's the way you do it. As it comes off easy at the top. Okay. So I take the top one off all the way over here. So I think it should be off easy as now. Let me see. This is tight though. I don't think this is supposed to be this tight, but yeah, it's a bit tight, really. So this is a Gates belt. You can see it's a Gates belt. And this belt looks like it was fairly new. Look at this. This is new, man.
So you can use it back then?
Yes, it's a fairly new belt.
You can use it back then?
Mm-hmm. This looks very new. Look at that, guys. This is a fairly new belt. I'm contemplating, should I even need to change this belt? Put you around here so you can see a good view of this belt here. Look at this belt, guys. This belt is brand new. Yeah, this belt is a brand new belt. Even the tensioner. The tensioner looks brand new. So it's leaking, so I guess we need to change this one. So this with it. Yeah, if it's leaking, then we have a problem. So this was leaking because there's oil all over it. You can see oil in it. So I guess I pull it for a reason. So we can change that. The belt is new. I'm gonna check that belt pulley under here. It's all right. It's spinning because the tension was on it. So this bearing, everything looks good. All right, let me see up here. Everything looks good, really. This is the water pump. Feels rough. If they change that, if they change the belt before, and there's a possibility that the water pump is changed as well. So I don't know if it's supposed to feel this rough. Let me feel that new one. Let me check that new one there and see what that one feels. Feels smooth. The other one feels a little bit. Yeah, the other one feels like it's too. This one feels like it's a bit. It's not smooth. It's jittery. Like it's stucking every time. This feels too hard. This feels too hard to be new. Could be a problem. This one could have a problem. You might have a problem with this one. Cause this is more smooth. Put your hand and feel that.
Yeah, this one rough one.
Feel it.
Yeah, I just feel it. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna change the pump. Hold this. That seems like it's a problem. All right, so we're gonna take that water pump out. There's a few bolts on there. There's like what? One. If you can see down there, there's a couple bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 bolts or something like that. Yeah, there's a bolt beside this thing here. So yeah, there's a few bolts. Alright, one here and one here as well. Alright, back up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna have to take this off as well. It's a few bolts, we're gonna get them off. Alright, this water pump is shot.
So look like them buy that second hand.
No, brand, yeah, well, these are all third party parts, just like that.
Yeah.
But some of them good and some of them bad. So this is it's really rough. This is not spinning really freely. It's very rough. So it looks new, but seems like just a bad third party or aftermarket, as I would say, aftermarket part. So hey, you get what you get when you get aftermarket if you don't go genuine parts. So, and this is it's a Gates brand. Surprisingly, you can see it down there's a Gates brand, and Gates according to whatever, Gates make good brands, so guess not. All right, we're gonna throw on the other one. We're gonna start putting back this together. So all right, we got this little gasket with this thing. You want to put it in, and sometimes this won't do on its own. Should do, but as you can see, even though they have it in here, they still put some gasket maker on there. I don't know about this end. This end really doesn't go inside the actual area where the water is, so I don't know why they put it on that end, but here is where the water channels through, where it spins the water, spins the fluid, and get it circulating in the car. So we're gonna put some around here. All right, and a strong sealer here. These ones here are very strong. I used them a couple times and it really worked. Nothing has ever leaked. So let's put some around here. All right, it's good enough, I guess. Look at this guy wanna die right in the actual thing. See that? This guy wanna die right here. Look at him wiggling. He's already dead, I guess. Lucky guy. Caught him before he dies. We're gonna put this thing on. So hold on. So this is the belt that we bought, aftermarket belt. It's a bunch of numbers, blah blah. But the Gates belt, this one here, Gates. Looks like a brand new belt. I don't see any. I don't see any wear apart from this little end right here. Everything else looks good on this belt. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you think I should have changed this gate belts opposed to the aftermarket belt, which is this one here. And I don't know, this one looks, it's not around the gates belt. I'm gonna put the gates belt back on. No problem. Slide this belt back on this bottom sprocket here. What is that? Alright guys, so I'm trying to put this belt back on, but this is kind of a crucial part with putting on this belt. Just as you can see, I'm trying to put it on from the right hand side, which is, if you tighten it on that end, then it should be the actual tensioner will tighten it on this side. Because remember earlier when I'm trying to get it off, that's what the problem was. Alright, this one is a new one. The other one was leaking, so I guess we have to change that. So even though it was a Gates brand as well, it was a Gates brand, but it was leaking, so I guess we have to change that. Yeah, I mean, if it's leaking, it's not good. I'm wondering if it was even leaking or if it was something that run in there. I can't take any chances. So we're gonna put the aftermarket brand one to do the job. Alright, let's go. Alright guys, so I was putting on this tensioner here, and while fixing the belt has slipped off at the top, so I had to go up there and try to redirect it and try to tighten it up. But as soon as I slipped the pin out, tensioner wasn't working. Bummer. Looks like it's a bummer with this tensioner here. Alright. That's what you get when you get with these aftermarket foolishness, you know. Alright guys, we got a problem with the new tensioner. Unfortunately, it's not releasing. So we're gonna use back the gates. I think it wasn't leaking. I think it was just oil got into it from up above when we removed the steering pump or whatever oil was leaking down the engine side there. So we're gonna see if we can put this back in. See if we can compress it back in. I don't know if that's possible. I don't know if it will work, but we'll try and see. And see if we can get it in. Do we have? Alright guys, so we get the gates tensioner back on. We get the vise, push it back in, put the pin back in, and then we put the gates one on, and it's tight tension now. Everything is tight. Everything is good. So we're gonna give it a spin around. We're gonna give it a revolution or 2 revolutions and see if we get the same. See if we're back at the right points, and then we start putting things together. Alright, we're gonna get a rotation. We're gonna get a revolution to see if we're back at the right point. Yeah, make sure everything is working right. I think we've lined up there. Let's see the bottom. As you can see, a little bit off, but you can go around and get it. So, and it's up here a little bit off as well. So yeah, so it's actually the same. once you get the that one is right there, as you can see, the wire is hiding the mark. The wire is hiding the mark, and it's not gonna zoom up properly. There's so much stuff in the way. Alright, here we go. Hold on, let's see if I can see it. Yeah. So it's alright. We're good with that. So we're gonna put the core back on, and we should be ready to fire up again. Alright guys, see it there? We are putting on the cover, that bracket right there. Yeah, we are getting on fine. So next thing we want to do is put back on the harmonic balance. We need to put this on. We have to put this on over that thing right there, and then we put back the harmonic balance, which is this hang pulley here, back on, which we can do that. We can do that now, really. Yep. And this is the weighted 19, so that should really give it the real tightening of the actual torque that it needs. Doesn't need to be bang on, but it's okay. Alright, so we're gonna put on the tensioner, and then we can put the belt on. Alright, we got the belt on. Could be. We got the belt on. No, it's a 17 volt. No.
17.
We got the belt on here. The cover's on, so I'm gonna put this mount on here, and then we can give it a start and see what I want. So I get this bracket on now. Put this in here first. Alright, so we have changed this one here, mount. There's 2 bolts, 14 bolts under here, and then these 2 over here, and that just jack it up like we did here. Jack this up, put this onto timber, to a nice 6x6, I think that is, and then this one I was gonna take out, but it's alright, it's not bad. And then the monster one was that one right there. That's a monster one. We have to jack up the engine a few times, let it down, but we got it in eventually. So that one is the back one there, and that's already in. So now we're gonna just tighten these back up, and then go up to the front and do the front passenger side one, well, the right side passenger side one, and then we're going to give the engine a start, and then that should do it for the night. Alright, stay tuned. Alright, we got everything good right there.
Everything is connect right here.
Need to put back the this cable, which is the cable for the alternator. This one right here that I took out earlier. Alright, so we are set. Belt on. Everything is checked, which is back here.
Shut them for you?
Engine. Hold on, no. Get this jack out. Alright.
Look high now. Look high.
It's supposed to. And then I want to make mash up. Anyway, now go and give it a start. So go on. Yeah man, just start. Need some of this in here. Put some steering fluid in there. Steering fluid. It's running good, no issues. I'm gonna check to see if this is any lights on the dashboard. Check engine, no check engine light. Just that one, we have to get that one removed because I don't know. Oh, I think that's supposed to be the service light. That one right there. So we'll change there. We'll check the it's talking about oil change over there. So got to set the oil mount, and that will go away. Tire pressure sensor, well, them probably gone bad. So yeah, that's it, guys. It was challenging for us to get the switch this off for a second. It was more challenging for us to get the mount at the back on. That was the hardest one, but we did get it. We did have to take the two side mounts off. The first one was a little bit wonky. The rubber was burst. We actually had to cut the bolt off because the bolt got, I think they had stripped the bolt and we couldn't get it out. We have to cut it off. So there was a lot of work going on that I couldn't get to film because my phone died. So yeah, so that's where we're at with changing timing belt and water pump and all that. Like the video if you think you've learned something. Like, share, subscribe. You know what to do. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.